Thank you for coming, everybody. I appreciate it. I feel like a little bit like it's a homecoming. I lived in New York for 2 years working on a TV show, and so it's good to be back. I know a lot of people here. The woman who is my daughter's babysitter was here. He's here. What's up, LJ? I see you out there. There you go.
Hey, what's up? It's Ronnie Jr. We are at the Museum of Moving Image, and I just interviewed Kamau Bell of United Shades of America, coming to CNN. Now, this is an exciting idea. It's not very much that you get comedy mixed with an actual message. Now, this guy, he travels in 8 episodes and talks to just about everybody. It's a little thought-provoking, a little gets under your skin, or could, but it's all done in a really fun comedic way. This guy's awesome, has had a great comedy career. Let's check out a little bit more with Kamau Bell. So we just wanted to know about this series real quickly, United Shades of America, when you got comedy mixing with the message. What's it about, man?
It's a documentary series where I travel around the country and hang out with people and things and cultures that I wouldn't normally hang out with.
Now, the type of show you're doing, I feel like I can't flip on any channel to see this type of content.
That's the point.
Well,
hopefully there's only one destination for
I
this
hope
show.
it's a trend, because I like the idea. I like big messages, but also having a comedic or humorous side behind it.
Yeah.
How did it come to play? Did CNN come to you? Did you go to them?
Well, I met with CNN after I had another show that was canceled called Totally Biased, and they said that they had been pitched a show by a production company. At that point, the show was called Black Man, White America.
I heard about that, yeah.
And they were going to have me travel around and just talk to white people.
I'm wondering, like, even when you say that, what the audience thinks too. There was actually a show called.
To give them credit, the production company liked the fact that I said, "Why don't we talk to all sorts of people, not just white people? It can be all sorts of people I wouldn't normally talk to."
Right.
And they could have said, "No, we'll keep it this way," but they liked the idea and they changed, and they came up with a better title, United Shades of America. And plus, I mean, I got white in-laws, so I'm always talking to white people. That's not a big deal to me.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that there is things like this that are, provoking different thought processes or whatnot. Comedy as a career, getting your start, what was that like?
It was brutal.
Other comedians aren't as, they kind of like a little darker of their comedy. It's always derogatory, putting people down. I mean, obviously that's funny, but how did you find this lane over here?
I mean, I just always believe in that idea that Chris Rock talks about this. You want to always punch up. You don't want to punch down. You always punch above your weight, not below your weight. So for me, that means if I'm punching above my weight, I'm punching oppression. So I'm always trying to punch at oppression. And I think for me, it doesn't feel good to make fun of somebody who doesn't deserve it.
Right. But there's not a lot of you that do that type of thing, or is there?
It's not really a great way to make money. So it's not really a great business plan.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to figure out how to monetize this. So
to get that path.
It works best when you're a comedian if you can be in as many different places as possible doing your act.
Yeah.
Those are the comedians who tend to be the biggest. You know, every now and again, people subvert that, like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. But who's bigger than Kevin Hart?
Yeah. I remember seeing Kevin Hart back at the in LA, the Comedy Store, when he still wasn't Kevin Hart. It was a Tuesday night show. I think Guy Torry, he was hosting it, and it was like this Kevin Hart guy was still coming up, and it is so funny to see. That was a Tuesday night show. It was repetitive, and to see where people land, So thank God that you chose to do something that was a little different and unique.
I mean, believe me, I admire any comic who's out there doing it, and Kevin Hart is clearly one of the leading members of the field, and I would totally trade bank accounts with him.
Yeah.
But the
we all would. Yeah.
Yeah, but the rest of that seems like too much hard work.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about your show though more. So you're going into the Ku Klux Klan, like you're going to talk with the people.
Yes, I went and hung out with the Ku Klux Klan.
And that feeling behind your mind is what? What are you trying to accomplish when you do that?
2 things. One, I'm just curious. I'm a naturally curious person. I was just curious about. There's a lot of the stuff that is sort of mythical, and when you hide it in myth, it's scary. So I wanted to demystify it and say, what's going on here? How do you make the crosses? Where do they come from? What do you do with here? And the other part is to use humor as a way to take some of the power away.
Yeah.
When I was hanging out with them and talking to them and making them laugh at my jokes. When you're laughing at somebody's jokes, you're sort of giving power to them.
Right.
And whatever you think about white supremacy, you don't look very supreme when you're laughing at a black guy.
I will say the trailer for this show, one of the funnier trailers. Like every single nugget that they showed, like all the different places you travel to, I was laughing at all of those nuggets. Like, oh damn, I'm setting in for DVR.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. We tried to do as many things as we could in the first season, 8 episodes. And let's get to season 2, brother.
Can you tell me one thing about this process of touring? Not really touring, but like promoting, being in New York City. What is that excitement like? You've already done the hard work. now you get to sort of celebrate and promote it. What is that like?
I don't know. This is kind of the hard work too. I mean, this is fun.
They do say that, yeah.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah.
I'm talking about all the other press. This is a lot of fun.
Oh, come on. He said that to the last person. Luckily, I'm thick in my skin, so I'm not worried about any of that.
No, but I mean, this is the thing this is not something I'm used to. Like, all the press stuff is something
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to do.
Okay.
Like, making the show is like, it's hard work, but it's
Right.
work I think, it's work that I think I get. Whereas this is like, it's a whole other job,
Right.
you know?
What about the idea, though, even just like coming to New York and celebrating your like? What if it wasn't a TV show, but it was a wedding? You know how like
Yeah.
it's just
No,
that
it's
idea
fun. It's
of being
fun.
excited about an event.
To me, the most fun part is meeting people who like the work I do and are excited about it and excited to see me and
Right.
then come to things I do and shows and events and screenings. That's exciting to see the work reflected in people's faces.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's just wrap up because we are online and we do a lot of like pop culture commentary, but also television commentary. And you know, Kamau, that I say this name wrong all the time.
That's
Kamau-
what you called it.
Can I
though.
call you WK? WK?
Sure,
Because those
yeah.
are the first initials.
WK Bell.
Walter, not Walter. Okay.
Yeah,
Because we talk a lot of pop culture and also television shows. We do recaps and stuff of that nature. What are your like television shows you can't miss? You know what I mean? Like, because it's not just like the House of Cards anymore. Now it's like the
Yeah.
good acclaimed shows, but people like the goofy shows too.
You know,
what are you
know,
watching?
You know what one show I can't ever miss? You ready?
No, no judgment here.
Shark Tank.
Oh, Shark Tank, it's returning, you know.
I know.
Oh.
That's my #1 favorite show on television.
Shark Tank. Is
Shark
it
Tank.
the initiative, the tenacity? What is it that does it?
I think it's such a great window into capitalism. Like, if you go on Shark Tank with a crumbled up Kleenex that you just sneezed into, but you've sold 1 million units, they will invest in it.
Yeah.
But if you go on Shark Tanks with a cure for cancer that you invented that's only going to cost a dime, but you've never sold a unit of it, they won't invest in it.
Oh, well, it goes
Like,
there.
It's
Yeah,
like
you're right.
it's
You know
about
what?
have you executed the business plan?
Yeah.
And I just think that's how cynical capitalism is. Like,
Yeah.
it's just about I just
Oh,
sneezed.
man.
It's called a Kardashian Kleenex. She sneezes
Right,
in it,
right.
and we sell them. Yay!
That was another thing, and we'll wrap up in a minute. That was another thing. They do use those bullet points all the time. Why wasn't the OJ? Did you see the OJ Simpson movie?
Oh yeah, yes I did.
Why
Okay.
did there have to be so much Kardashian conversation? Like I didn't need all that. Did
Oh,
you?
I thought it was
like
kinda,
come on. Like
I mean, I thought it was kind of funny because the thing about back then, nobody knew we were going to be dealing with that dude's kids.
Yeah.
20, 30 years later.
Yeah.
I think nobody saw that coming.
no one planned like from seeing him that he'd
Yeah.
have a daughter that
Somebody's
want to
like-
get down with Ray J.
Nobody's like, I like this guy. I
Yeah.
wonder what his daughters are like.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
yet in that movie we saw.
We saw a lot
Anyways,
of
I
it.
could talk television with you forever,
I
of
could-
course, but we just wanted to support your show,
Thank you.
United Shades of America. Is there any last like pitch that you have for the people to kind of watch it? I mean,
I have 2 children.
oh,
We need better health insurance.
economically.
With their teeth, my daughter's tooth is chipped.
If any was a reason to watch a TV show and support an actor or a comedian or a career, it's the bank account. So let's get him to Kevin Hart status, yeah?
Yeah. I don't want to
Cool.
work that hard.
Well, thank you very, very much for your time.
Thank you.
I think we're good.